Greetings collectors, this is the Eternian Jedi with a new video. So today I thought I'd do something a little different. Instead of doing a set review or an action figure review, today I want to show you guys a BIONICLE MOC that I recently made. So this is something a little new for me. I got back into BIONICLE about 6 months ago. It's been a lot of fun so far. And one of my goals with collecting BIONICLE again was to start building MOCs, because yes, I did build MOCs when I was younger, but it was nothing really good. It was usually just, random, very random builds, just arms put together. I was younger back then, so I wasn't really trying to build a MOC per se, but now things have changed. Yeah, this is one of my first MOCs where I've really looked at it and thought to myself, oh, this is a proper MOC. It's not just something I randomly put together. And I am very proud of this MOC. Now, yes, there are quite a few flaws in it. I will go over that in this video. But yeah, I just want to share the MOC, share my building experience, share with you guys what was going through my head in terms of the pieces I used. And also, I did create a bit of lore for this character. It's, my headcanon for BIONICLE. This isn't anything that's canon, or I guess it's sort of canon to me. But yeah, I'll quickly go over that. But the majority of this video will just be me sharing my experience, showing you guys, what I was thinking when I built the set, of course. And also, I do want to go over, the things I like about the MOC and the things that I plan to potentially change down the line, because that is something I am thinking about. But yeah, the whole point of this video is also a learning experience for me. Just talking about this MOC I built will also help me to, get better at building BIONICLE MOCs in the future. So that's the whole point. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So let's get into it. So as you guys can tell, this is a dragon. I think it's pretty obvious. Being a dragon in the BIONICLE universe, this would be, or the Matoran universe, this would be a Rahi, of course. Here's the thing. So when I conceptualized this build, at first I was going for a bit of an anthropomorphic dragon, but then I decided, no, I want it to be a Rahi. And I'm glad I went with that decision because I just really like the way he looks. Now, I do want to talk about some of the inspiration behind this model, because basically what was going through my mind was that I wanted to build something similar to the Kanohi dragon. Now, the Kanohi dragon, for those of you that do not know, is a MOC which I believe was canonized. It's featured in the Rahi Beasts book by Greg Farshti, and it's a beautiful dragon, and the dragon is canon to the lore, of course. I don't know if the build was canonized. I believe so. I will put a picture of it on the screen. It's a beautiful dragon. I remember seeing that thing as a kid in the Rahi Beasts book, and I was just awestruck by how huge and imposing it looked. So let me just say this Ta-Kaitiaki dragon I built is very, very loosely based on that. Just the way I would describe it is I had my bin or my bag of BIONICLE parts. I was like, okay, what do I want to build? The thing I was picturing in my head was the Kanohi dragon. And yes, this guy isn't very similar to the Kanohi dragon, except for the fact that he's a dragon. He sort of shares the same color scheme. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. That is something that went through my mind. I was like, okay, I'm going to try and do something that almost gives off the Kanohi dragon vibes, right? Maybe you guys can't really see it, but I can sort of see it myself. But, as being the person who built this MOC, I think that's normal. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to point out. And then second of all, so a bit of the lore behind this character. So I have named him Ta-Kaitiaki. And this, I hope I didn't butcher the pronunciation. I basically translated protector of fire from English into Maori, because as you guys probably know, BIONICLE is heavily influenced by Maori folklore and mythology. So Kaitiaki means protector, and Ta is just fire. So basically he is fire protector. That would be his name translated, but yeah, I am going to call him Ta-Kaitiaki in the video. And again, I hope I pronounced that somewhat correctly. But yeah, basically in my headcanon, this dragon protects the Hau, which is obviously known as Tahu's mask, the Hau. So yeah, that's, the very simple and basic lore. Pretty archetypical for Bionicle, but I did want to attribute that to this MOC I built. So yeah, if that can help you guys sort of, picture like where this guy would be in Bionicle lore, just think of him in a volcano protecting the Hau, and Tahu needs to, somehow face the dragon. It's not that the dragon is, evil or being controlled by Makuta. His job is just to protect the Hau, and only the worthy Toa can obtain the mask by facing off against the pretty ferocious, I think he looks ferocious, Ta-Kaitiaki dragon. So yeah, obviously there is a big fire motif on this guy. Obviously that was what I was going for. Yeah, I think the next part, now that I've gone over the lore, the name, and a bit of the ideas I had when I built this guy, I'm going to go over the build. All right, so let's start things off with the head. And the head is easily the best part of this MOC, in my opinion. I really don't know how I was able to make this, but honestly, I'm very happy with it. So you guys have to understand, I was working with a very, very limited inventory of pieces. It's not as if I had a lot to choose from. So honestly, I'm surprised I was able to build this thing. So let me just get the angles right so you guys can see that. Yeah, so basically, let's go over some of the pieces I used. So I'm not sure what to call this piece right here, that I used. I got this piece from Toa Mari Joller. I just thought it would look awesome. I guess the ears of the dragon, or just, the shape of his head. I didn't want it to be flat, and I was like, oh, this is going to look awesome. I will admit it was very tricky getting it to getting it in this position, but somehow I pulled it off. And even this whole dragon head, it's probably what took me the longest to build, actually. I did go through several different versions of it, but this is the final one, and it's the one I'm the most happy with. I don't know if I'll ever change the head. The thing I might change down the line is the rest of the body. But again, I am very, very pleased with the head. The best thing about it, in my opinion, is using Toa Hordika Vakama's sword flame piece. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I just think it's awesome. It really belongs, on a dragon. It's his fiery mouth, and the way it's designed, you can think of these as like extra fangs. I did use this foot over here. I can't remember where it originates from. I believe it first appeared in 2007. That was also from Toa Mari Joller. I did use quite a few pieces from Toa Mari Joller, actually. I've got some green Bohrok eyes. I thought that would make him stand out. I didn't want to use red or a color like that, so I went with the light green. Then these pieces, when were these introduced? I think they were introduced for the Mari Matoran. These also just add extra depth to the head, so I like where those went. And I used a Toa Metru foot. Hope you guys can see that. Underneath, I didn't want to use the exact same foot underneath. I figured if I use a different foot, it'll just help it look, make it look a bit more, like it'll have a bit more of a shape to it. And I'm very happy with how that turned out. So yeah, just very, very pleased with the head. It's definitely the best part. Now, here's one of my, here's one of the downsides to this build. The head is quite heavy. Now, you can see it's holding up right there, right? Oh, and I did forget to mention, I did add in the teeth, even though they don't really, that's probably not the best part of the head, but still from certain angles, they do look good. But anyways, as I was saying for the neck, yeah, it's, sometimes it'll hold, but, the friction isn't the greatest. This is something that can happen when you build something quite heavy like this. You know, I know like the Cardus Dragon has kind of the same issue. But yeah, honestly, it's not a big deal. You know, it can still hold up, so I'm not too, you know, annoyed by that. And I guess you can put the head a bit low like that. I guess that can be some kind of pose. But yeah, there is good movement, though. As you can see, you can get the head positioned however you like, and that was the point. So yeah, now that we've gone over the head, let's maybe just look at the body. Okay, so the body, it's a bit weird. Again, I was using very limited parts, but I'm still very happy with the results. So I used this torso, which was probably from a Shadow Matoran. I used another Metru foot. I don't know. I kind of wanted to create like a bit of like a spine almost with this. I don't know if it really turned out all that well. I like it in principle, but yeah, it's not the greatest. I did bulk this. I did want it to feel quite bulky. I added this foot here. I did want to stay pretty consistent with the color scheme. It's pretty much gray, orange, and Metru red. Oh no, I did use this torso armor piece underneath. I think this came out really well. It looks very good actually. This is from Akar. I had an extra Akar, so I figured I'd use that. Now then I used these arms, and I have them sort of closing in on the middle of the body. The whole point of that is for this to sort of look like or simulate a rib cage. I don't know if you guys got that impression, but yeah, I kind of like how that looks. And then I randomly added these gear pieces. I don't know. I just thought they would maybe look cool there. So yeah. Next, I did use this piece. I actually kind of like this piece here. I think it's like a tailbone or something. At least that's what I was going for. And then the legs. So the legs. Obviously, the legs are going to be very important for the stability of the model. And this is where one of my, another one of my complaints to myself regarding this build comes in. It was a bit tricky for the legs. So what I decided is that the back legs were the most important, which is why I basically built sort of two separate legs that sort of are supposed to join together. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, right? Ideally, I would have used some piston joints to get that really good stability. Unfortunately, I don't have extra pieces to create that that sort of build for the leg. So I had to go with this. It's not bad, to be honest. It doesn't restrict the movement whatsoever. I mean, sure, it looks a bit awkward, but hey, we had you know, we've had like combination models, official sets that were kind of built like this, so you know, it's whatever. Yeah, I like how I used these pieces. I don't know, when did these originate? Maybe the Matoran of Metru Nui? I can't remember. I usually look at those and think Axon's fingers, right? But yeah, I had extras of those, and I like where they, you know, I like how they look on the model. The front legs, which are almost arms, because I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys what this dragon looks like upright, because I did want that to be a possibility for displaying him. Yeah, front legs are very simple. So yeah, that's something I figured I'd point out. And then for the tail, tail is pretty simple. You know, I like how it looks. There's good movement, good articulation. So yeah, and then he does have these like blades at the tip of his tail to protect himself. So yeah, you know, I wanted to add that in. But yeah, it's very poseable. You know, you can give him almost a scorpion look. I know the camera's probably not gonna, you know, pick up on that, but anyways, yeah, I think you guys get the idea. So yeah, that's the tail. Now again, I do want to go over some of my complaints, and this is, you know, just things I want to mention. Also going forward, see how I can make this or improve upon these shortcomings in the mock. So yeah, definitely the legs could be better. I am very pleased with the head. I think the head is mostly good. I don't think I'll change a lot of the head. Tail is decent. It could use a revamp, however. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the body. I mean, there isn't a whole lot I would change. The only thing is, yeah, it's pretty much, think of this as a very dated Bionicle set. It's not like something that would come out in like the later years of Bionicle where they sort of knew what they were doing. And I definitely think build-wise, this is very similar to, you know, just combination models. Like, the builds are never going to be that perfect. Also, another thing I should mention, maybe this is going to annoy some people, how these balls are just empty. There's no socket on them. So the thing is, I'll put a picture of this up on the screen. Initially, I was going to give this dragon wings, but I really struggled with the wings. I didn't like how they looked. So in the end, I resorted to just removing them entirely. I know I could have filled this up. I just didn't have any ideas. So yeah, I'm sorry if that annoys you, but I don't know. I thought he looked cooler without wings for some reason. So yeah, in the end, I went for that. Now, I did say this guy could be stood upright, so I'm going to show you guys that in just a second. And here we go. Here is Ta-Kaitiaki standing. So yeah, I decided to bring in Star's Tahu there, and you can see the golden Hau. Yeah, I mean, he looks really cool standing up, maybe even more imposing. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know in the comments, you know, which of the two versions you prefer. I do like him standing up as well, and I am using the tail as like an extra leg there. But yeah, you can see that the little extra leg I built in the back of the back legs is definitely helping with the stability. If it weren't for those back legs, I don't think it would be able to stand like this. But yeah, I'm still very happy with this mock. You know, I wanted to share this on YouTube. I wanted to see, you know, what others think, and I'm very much open to constructive criticism. If you guys have any recommendations or anything you would do differently, you know, I'm all ears. I'm happy to hear what you guys think in the comments. But yeah, again, this was something kind of new to me because I built loads of things when I was younger, but I don't know if I would necessarily consider them as being mocks because they were very just random, you know. And hey, that's, you know, how we were when we were kids. We would just build whatever seemed cool to us. But now that I'm older, you know, I got more of an eye for building techniques. So yeah, I'm still very, very proud of myself because just the head, like I just really like the head. But yeah, you know, I'm proud of myself while being aware of the flaws of this dragon. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. You know, I do plan to do more videos soon. I know my, you know, uploading schedule has been very inconsistent, but yeah, I'm the kind of YouTuber who just uploads when he wants to, so that's the way it is. But yeah, I do have more content like this planned for the future. I do have other mocks I might want to show off, or mocks that I will build at some point, and there's more things I'd like to review. So yeah, you know, hopefully I'll release another video soon. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.